Hey everybody, this is Drawing Emotion Unit 2 video recording. Today I'm going to give you your second assignment, and yes, this week assignment will be given to you via the video. So you better watch the whole video and I will talk about what you need to do for your upcoming assignment. And first thing first, so I have seen all the drawing you submit for week 1, which is wonderful. So in week 1, you guys get to do some warm up and sketches and get to practice drawing from observation. So the lesson from week 1 is very important because it's going to be repeat every week with different approach. So week 1, you get to draw the way you are drawing now, and starting from week 2, we are going to get a little bit more specific in practicing on different technique. And it is very important for you to know different various academical and classical drawing technique, because these are the foundation to develop very good and strong drawing skill. And eventually you can use this set of tools, your skill, to develop into your own voice and do character design, animation, comics. So, but for now, I want you guys to try to draw from observation. We are not going to focus on personal style just yet. In the upcoming 3 weeks, I want everyone to focus in foundation lesson. I want you guys to focus in the gesture, capturing the attitude, the motion of the character. I want you guys to draw from life. Either you see people on the street in your everyday life, or you go to figure drawing class. Doesn't matter where you get the information, where you see the character, but I want you guys to draw from life as much as possible. Although video and photo is okay, but it's better if you can draw from observation. It's just a very good practice to force you to train your eye to look at something really fast and then process that and translate that into your drawing on paper. So week 2, today's lesson, we are going to start from the Renaissance school. So traditionally speaking, from a very broad general study, there's 2 main school of drawings in terms of foundation, and 2 main school of approach. So there is the Renaissance school and there's the academic school. The Renaissance school is very much push the idealism of the human figure, try to analyze what the characters, the figures, the anatomy structure, how it work, how it move, which is an approach that is widely applicable and used in animation. The academic school is more the 18th century academic art school technique, which is drawn from observation. The classical drawing approach with you holding a pencil like this, and then you measure how many head the body is, how many head the shoulder, the arm. Those are academic school. Famous painters such as Rembrandt, Vermeer, a lot of the more 18th century plus 18th century-ish kind of painter, they use the academic approach. While the academic approach is very important, it really forces you to study and analyze and research on how things are measured, how things are draw. The idea is more focused in the contour of the drawing. While it's a great exercise to train the artist with observational school, if you rely too much on the contour, it will be a little bit tricky for you to adapt in animation, because in animation you really need to understand the 3-dimensional quality of a figure. Because we have to make things move, we have to draw character from different angle, from imagination, so we don't always have a model sitting there for us to copy from. So in animation, we tend to lean towards Renaissance school. While that's the case, but I'm not going to discredit academic school because it's a really good training to force the artist to really have to look, analyze, and study the figure. The Renaissance school really force you to understand how the structure of the figure function, what's the anatomy underneath, what's the three-dimensional quality of the body, the anatomy, the bone structure, the muscle structure. So both are very important skill. And so this week I'm going to start from the Renaissance school that is focused in the circular technique. The circular technique, the famous painter is Raphael. um, there's many other painters. If you look at Ruben and even Titian, there's many other painters. Even Michelangelo, he used the mix of both the circular study and the box study. And next week we will talk about the box study, but this week we are going to focus on the circular study. So with the circular study, you can train yourself just to practice how to control your wrist, do circular movement, and sometimes it's just a good exercise to draw a bunch of circle on paper and just get used to seeing pattern and structure within circle. um, so here I'm going to do a demo of an analysis of a Raphael painting, how Raphael approached his figure. So we start as going to focus on the gesture. This is from his painter, the Galate. I'm going to check the name. It's on my different machine. It's Galata Detail of the Mermaids and the Dolphins. So it's one of the main character in the painting, and you can see the example on the screen as well. So first, you capture the gesture, capture the movement. We keep it simple. When we draw, we want to really analyze and think about the three-dimensional quality of the gesture. Even though I'm drawing something seeming like contour, but in my mind I'm already analyzed how does the curve bend around the body, how does the line wrap around the body. I try to put the line at the key anatomy landmark. And once I do all the basic blocking, I'm start going in and really try to analyze the anatomy structure and the muscle structure. Raphael's has a very whimsical, soft kind of style, so he used very round shape, and I want to capture that. And what I'm using here is a traditional fountain pen with water soluble ink. Um, so focus in just blocking out the body structure. I try not to get something too stylized. Just try to block out all the major landmark, and then after a while I will apply the ink wash. So sometimes with a little bit of a basic simple etching, it will help to define the volume. The eye is a little bit overdoing the eye a bit, but oh well. When I want you guys, when you do analysis exercise like this, you just keep drawing. Don't use an eraser, just keep drawing. The more you practice, the better. And the reason we don't want to use eraser, because it really forces you to think before you draw, because there's no undo button. You can use eraser. So always think about when you practice drawing, we want to focus in why you put the line there. Try to make sure each line has a purpose. Think before you draw. Use your head to draw, not your hand. So now I have rough out the sketches. I'm going to just use water wash. Since this is a water soluble ink, I can use water to blend the ink a little bit to do some very basic shading, just to give the figure a little bit more volume and a value. And if you look at this video, I have demo and try to slow down the process a little bit so I can actually talk to you guys. It shouldn't take very long to do this exercise. So what I'm going to, one of the assignment that you guys are doing this week is I want you guys to pull out a couples, let me say 3 Renaissance painters painting. I want you guys to get some full figure from either Raphael, Titian, one of your favorite painter, Ruben, and try to use the circular analysis technique and analyze. I want you guys to look at the traditional Renaissance painting, do what I do here, analyze how the artists paint and how they structure the figure, and do a study. So I want 3 study of Renaissance painting. You don't have to use ink and wash like I do here. You can use any medium that you're accustomed to, pencil, graphite, doesn't matter, charcoal. But I really want you guys to practice this because sometimes we learn more from looking at how other artists, how other masters approach human figure. So it doesn't hurt to learn from the master. Once you finish 3 analysis study, I want you to use the same technique and draw 10 sketches from people you see in real life. So I want 10 extra observation sketch with the same technique. And again, keep this simple. You don't need color. If you want basic shading, you can do what I do here, just very simple monotone shading. And I will do a little bit quick demo with, if anyone interested in water soluble ink and water, here is another quick demo. It's very convenient with water soluble ink. You can just, here I draw a sphere, and you can do some simple etching, and then you use the ink wash to melt the ink. So ink wash is actually really fun for to do some really quick sketch. And if you look at this technique, it kind of resembles a lot of artists use this technique since the Renaissance time. So it's a very popular time-lasting technique, and it's still very handy to use today because you can do a sketch very quickly, but block out the value very fast, and it still look very appealing. So now we get back to the assignment this week. Listen carefully now. I'm not going to repeat myself. I probably would list the basic requirement on announcement, but the detailed requirement is in this video, so you better pay attention. The week 2 assignment, 3 sketches analysis, 3 sketches you analyze a Renaissance painting. Any artist you like, I want full figure analysis. So pick a painting with figure that is full figure from head to toe, and do a study using the circular study technique. I want 3 of the study based on Renaissance painting, and I want you guys to draw big, nothing smaller than 9 by 12 with this study. Afterwards, once you finish the study, I want all this study to finish by Wednesday, by next Wednesday. And then by next Sunday, before 11:59 p.m. Sunday, next Sunday, which is, let me check the calendar here in front of my computer. Today is the 22nd, so before the end of July 2nd, I want you guys to submit 10 sketches based on your observation from everyday life. Same drill, everyday diary format, 10 sketches. but use this circular approach technique. If you have any question, you can always email me. And again, you can use any art supply, any tool you like, and you feel comfortable. With your own sketches, I want you guys to draw at least 5 by 7 in size. I prefer full figure. While it's okay to draw half a figure, but it's not exactly the best exercise to practice human anatomy, movement, and gesture, because it's easier to draw portion of the body than full figure. So I want you guys to push yourself and do full figure. Okay, in the video, I also show you the tools that I use. So if you guys are interested, you can try out the two I use. One is a water brush, one is a traditional fountain pen. You can buy any fountain pen from the art store. As long as the water soluble ink, you can get the same result. So I hope you guys have fun and you will enjoy this upcoming week exercise. Okay, I will see you next week and make another video for next week lesson. Bye bye.